What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Batman 2021 Annual. So this one's written by James Tynion, and I think that's pretty much all who writes it. But basically, this is the conclusion to the Ghostmaker saga that was in all those Batman backups over the past couple of months or so before that kind of got thrown away. And yeah, those backup storylines I didn't particularly find that interesting, but so this is the conclusion of that. So if you found that interesting, then here you go. You know, now that I think about it, all those backups really could have just been packed into this issue here, and you would have just had one single long annual issue. You didn't really need it to be a part of all the backups and stuff. This kind of showcases a bit of the origin of Ghostmaker, and we find out who his name is, and it's a really kind of uninteresting, lackluster origin story. It's not all that exciting. We just find out some stuff about him. His whole thing, like, he stops the villains like we kind of expected him to, because this is him telling the story of that. And he pretty much took out all his villains and left nothing for them. So he pretty much just easily, single-handedly, and so anyways, like, yeah, he didn't just beat the villains. Like, he kicked their asses badly to the extent of, like, no chance of recovery. So we find out his name. He is a boy named Minkoa Khan. His dad owned a company, and then some other villains came in, like the Madam Midas' father, to basically force him to sell, so because they're super rich and stuff. Then him and Scarecrow are stopped. Batman in the present time, him and Ghostmaker are stopping Firefly, and then for whatever reason he decides to tell the story about how awesome he is and how he stopped all his villains. So yes, we get the follow-up from those backups and just him taking down his various villains. And he finally gets to Madam Midas and he stops her, so just kind of like we expected. And at the end of the day, it's just him stopping the villains. And yeah, I mean, obviously he had to because it's in the present time now, but what did this story mean? Like, what did it really amount to? Just Ghostmaker talking about how awesome he is. Like, there's no real vulnerability. He just seems to easily beat everybody he comes into contact with. This just really feels like Tynion just making his original characters like, see, I'm cooler than you, Batman. Look at me. I'm Ghostmaker. I'm better than you than pretty much everything. And that's pretty much it. The artwork itself was just kind of okay. Also, it wasn't just written by Tynion. It was also written by Ricardo Lopez Ortiz. So, yeah, that's the annual in a nutshell. Not really much of an exciting annual. I guess you get Ghostmaker's backstory. He was just kind of a kid and he had a grudge and took the villain out, but it's not really all that exciting of a backstory. It just feels like, okay, here it is, and then he somehow ended up like this world's great martial artist, and he's Ghostmaker, so that makes him better than Batman in every conceivable way, apparently. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this thing. You really didn't need all those backups, or if you did, just throw in the annual. Just put it all in one issue, and maybe save some money on the other Batman comics. I don't know why we needed all that Ghostmaker backup stuff. Especially now that we're back to this thing, now I got to go back and reread all that other stuff, and that other stuff was just him facing off against other various villains that are just kind of one note, and just showcasing that Ghostmaker is just the coolest thing ever, apparently. And that's just kind of how I came away with this thing. I didn't really particularly care much for Ghostmaker as a character. He's never really been that interesting to me. And the storyline around here has never been that interesting to me. So, but it's, I guess, cool. We learned a bit of his origins, but it's nothing all that unique or exciting that has me curious about the potential for him. Ghostmaker is just his whole entire character just feels like a dick measuring contest between him and Batman. Oh, he's got a cave. I got this. Here's my vehicle. It's better than yours. It's better than you. That's his entire character. So yeah, I've never been too huge into Ghostmakers, but if you're a Ghostmaker fan, then I guess check this thing out. Like I said, it just didn't really engage me, or I didn't really find it all that interesting. So yeah. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. This is probably the most lackluster review video of the day, but that's just my impressions of this annual. You really could have taken all those backups and just kind of thrown them into this thing, and we probably would have been better off. So, yep, that's all I gotta say. If you read the comic, tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to look out for other videos coming out today. I got some more annuals to talk about. We have the Detective Comics one, we have the Joker one, we have the Nightwing one, and I feel like I'm missing something else. No, I think that should be it. So I got those three ones, and then I also have to, I think, there's one other comic I might be covering too. I think maybe Justice League Incarnate, but we'll see about that when I get around to it. There's still so much to do and so little time. It's like just playing catch up with all these different comics. There's just been so freaking many of them this week, especially Batman related. It's the week of annuals, so yep. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.